Hi, welcome back to another advocacy update. I'm Jen and this is my colleague Cory, and today we're going to be talking about the CFPB and a Supreme Court case, which is a little unusual for us. So let's start out with the basics. What is the CFPB?
Okay, well, we practiced this before, so what does the CFPB stand for?
It's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
And so what it does is they're the financial watchdogs. So how they relate to us is they are the people that enforce the Military Lending Act, or the MOAA, and they also have the Office of Servicemember Affairs, which does a whole bunch of education and outreach that is critical to our community.
Okay, so what is the MLA? There's a lot of acronyms in here, and you said Military Lending Act, but what does that actually mean?
So the Military Lending Act is a law that was created back in 2006 when service members were facing a scourge of being targeted by predatory lending. So it set an interest rate cap to ensure that service members aren't trapped in the debt cycle, and it also has a whole bunch of other disclosure protections that are really critical.
Okay, so what's this Supreme Court case? What are we talking about?
So what's happening is the funding mechanism for the CFPB is being challenged. So without the money, the CFPB can't exist. So the options are either the court offers a fix that says, Congress, you just need to fix the funding mechanism, or it could say the entire thing is struck down, which would obviously be very, very bad.
So who's bringing this up? If Congress decided the funding and it's a government entity and run program, who's bringing up the case against?
So this is an outside party that has issues with the CFPB doing their job, essentially.
Okay, and why? You said the CFPB is related to the military community because they enforce the MLA. But can you expound upon that and how they actually help the military community?
Yep. So what they do is a couple things that are really critical. So let's use an analogy. So rather than, cops sitting in the police station waiting for bad guys to turn them in, the CFPB is out there. They're doing things like supervision, making sure that their different banks are in compliance with the Military Lending Act. And if they are found not to be, they do what's called enforcement. So on behalf of harmed individuals, they get restitution and have financial penalties for them as well. And then on top of that, they have their Office of Servicemember Affairs, which does outreach, like for example, with different JAGs and military lawyers to ensure that they understand the different rules that are in place and then they also do things like financial education for service members as well.
Excellent. Okay, so we've gotten involved because there's an amicus brief. And what is an amicus brief?
So an amicus brief is something that people not directly involved in the case are able to submit because they're interested stakeholders. So we, given the important role of the CFPB, are able to submit a brief and say, this is how it affects our community. And we highlighted the need and all the important work the CFPB does on behalf of service members and veterans. And we also highlighted the importance of flexible funding for veterans programs.
Excellent. So amicus, being a Latin scholar myself, actually I just studied Latin in high school, but it means friend. So it's a friend of the court, and it's just trying to give a helpful opinion, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and so where is the process now?
So the next steps are on October 3rd is when the initial hearings will go before the court. So we're just trying to right now raise awareness about the important role the CFPB plays, and that all leads up to ultimately a decision that will come shortly thereafter, or medium time thereafter.
Excellent. If you want to learn more about what's happening with this Supreme Court case and with our involvement in it and the support for CFPB, make sure you're checking in with our weekly newsletter, as Cory will be writing articles on this. Thanks for tuning in. If you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.